Hi, Share Club. How's it going? Sorry I'm late tonight. Holy moly. If you are in Texas and you are gearing up for the ice apocalypse, good luck with that. I was not gearing up for the ice apocalypse, but I was gearing up to actually feed my children in the morning because we have zero groceries. And I went to the H-E-B and millions of people were there. I think the entirety of the Austin population was in the 4 Points H-E-B. I have never, ever seen anything like it. I don't even know what to say. So I was braving some checkout lines, which is why I was late. But the good news is my kids will have sandwiches tomorrow because there is no school. You guys in Kansas and Missouri are probably laughing right now because there's a chance of ice in Texas and the whole city will shut down because there's some ice on the road. So crazy. The good news is that we will be safe in our little house here. So, because we have sandwiches. So we're good now. Sorry about being late. I will not drone on about that forever. The ice apocalypse. If you are in Texas, though, stay safe tonight and tomorrow, and I think Wednesday, too. Okay. I am here to actually talk to you about what carrier oils are. We talked a little bit about carriers last Wednesday night. Today is Monday. Talked about carriers a little bit last Wednesday night when we covered application. Hey, Donna. So I'm going to go over what carrier oils are. That way you can use them with your oils. Because remember, these essential oils are very, very potent and strong. And so it's nice to have some carrier oil with them so that they can either be diluted or just kind of as an application mechanism. So carrier oils are actually something we use frequently around our house. So I'm going to give you a little bit of education about it. I don't know where my giant, oh, there it is. Okay, so we're going to start with the most basic carrier there is, which is coconut oil. Now, a carrier oil is any type of pure vegetable base. So it can be an olive oil, grapeseed oil, coconut oil, any vegetable oil. So pure vegetable oil. Make sure it's 100% vegetable. You don't want to see any chemicals in there. So on the side of this, it says 100% coconut. That's all that's in there. That's important. So you don't want any chemicals reacting with your stuff. So carrier oils, fractionate. So we're going to just do coconut oil because it's easy. And coconut oil is a great choice because it's very mild and it's cheap. And so it's a great carrier to have around your house just as a staple if you need to dilute something or if you need to just put some essential oil with a carrier oil. Okay, so coconut oil. There are two different types. Let's start with solid and liquid form. So the fancy name for liquid coconut oil is fractionated coconut oil. And this is the same thing as this coconut oil, except it's processed differently to take out the long chain fatty acids so that it stays liquid at room temperature. So this will not solidify, which is awesome if you are using it for roller bottles. So those teeny tiny little rollers I gave you have liquid or fractionated coconut oil in them so that you can get the essential oils out of your roller ball. This is really the only time I use this liquid form because it's very greasy and you don't want to be rolling grease all over. So it is necessary though in a roller bottle because you got to get the stuff out. So I always use liquid coconut oil in all of my rollers. Okay, the coconut oil that stays solid at room temperature is called unfractionated coconut oil. That means it is not really processed. The long chain fatty acids are still there. You can melt this stuff down and it'll look like this, but when it gets back to room temperature, it will solidify again. So you don't want to melt it down and put it in here because then you won't be able to get this goodness out. So I use this mostly for rubs. So anything I want to rub on like a lotion, solid coconut oil is really great for. So you can make lotions out of it, rubs, anything. And so you can melt it down to make it a little bit more soft, but it will always go back to solid state at room temperature. So unfractionated. The other differences in these coconut oils are one is refined and one is unrefined. It does not matter. You can have a solid state coconut that's refined or unrefined because refined is a fancy way to say they processed it enough to get the coconut taste out and the coconut smell out. So you won't look like a coconut or taste like a coconut. You won't smell like a coconut. No one's going to look like a coconut. You will not smell like a coconut or taste like a coconut if you get refined. So that's just processed. Unrefined is it comes straight out of that coconut and gets put right in your bottle, and so you're going to smell like a coconut and it's going to taste like coconut. I'm fine with that, so I usually get unrefined because it has a little bit more of those good things in there that coconut oil gets its name for. Refined, a lot of those good things are removed, and so still a nice natural carrier, but all the goodness is kind of taken out. By nature, if you get a liquid coconut oil, it's going to be refined because it's been processed. You can get this refined or unrefined. So if you like to smell like and look like the beach, you just get unrefined coconut oil. Okay, so those are the differences in solid state, liquid state, all that fun stuff. You can also get Shea Butter, which is really, really nice, especially for winter time. It's really, really great for dryness. I make good balms out of it. Body butters are made out of Shea Butter. It's just a thicker version of coconut oil. It's very nice. Cocoa butter is a step up from that. It's very, very firm. You actually have to melt it down to get it to mix, but it's a lovely alternative to kind of get your skin moisturized. We put some of that in the skin issue balms that we have. And then you can also get these in liquid lotions. I will post the links to all of these things through Amazon after this live video is over, so you can just click on it and purchase it. But they actually make lotions, like a lotion consistency that is coconut or shea. That doesn't have any chemicals in it, so you can pre-mix everything. I'll put that on there too. You can get it at Amazon. I think HEB even carries it for all those Texas people out there. Okay, jojoba oil is another vegetable carrier that's really, really great for skin. And so I use that for my face wash. Rosehip oil is a very restorative oil, so it works like on a lot of scarrings or wounds or anything that you may have. Rosewater toner, anything that is of a plant can be mixed with essential oils and they work really nicely together. So those are carriers. And I don't think I have anything else on carriers. Okay, so another thing I wanted to talk about, let me know if you have any questions on carriers. It's pretty straightforward. Also, water and oil don't mix. I thought I'd mention that. So when you have a spray bottle, you're going to need to add a carrying agent to get the oils to mix in the water. Usually that's a salt, like an Epsom salt, or you can add witch hazel. Any vinegar works, and so it will mix your oils in your water, which is key. And I'm actually giving away this bad boy tonight. So give me a comment in the comments. Just give me a shout out. Oh my gosh, I did not plan a question because my brain has been on the ice-pocalypse. So just leave me some love in the comments and I'll enter you to win a Thieves hand sanitizer. Since we're focusing on wellness this week, this is a great addition because I use this as my hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer is so bad for you. It has horrible things in it. This does not. It is plants and water. So it's a lovely alternative and it's a spray form. So there's a little bit of witch hazel in here to help it mix with the water. The Thieves to mix with the water. Okay, so when you sign on to our team, I like to give people tools so that they can get started. You see this basket here? Oh, you're so welcome, Donna. It's my pleasure. There's a basket here of fun goodies that I give to you. That way you can be your own blend master, which is really fun. I give you some recipes too to kind of tailor to fit your needs, and we kind of discuss like what you're looking for oils to help. And then I give you the fun things to mix them up because it's really fun to sit down and blend up some oils. So what comes in that little kit that I give to you? First and foremost, roller balls. I used to laugh at these things, you guys. Who puts roller balls in their dryer? Well, I do now. Because dryer sheets are one of the most toxic things that we find in our home. And they are full of toxins, and then we put them on our clothes, and then our clothes rub on us all day, and our skin is very porous, and so all of those toxins just go straight into our systems. So dryer sheets, if you get rid of anything, get rid of those things, and get yourself some wool balls. If you get a kit, I will give them to you, so don't order them, but you can get them on Amazon. And I usually put 6 in a load. and no dryer sheets. Just stick them right in with the wet clothes. You can put oils on them to make your stuff smell so delicious, and throw them in the dryer, and they work on static reduction, wrinkle reduction, and you get the smell with the essential oils. So lovely to have on hand. If you do anything, get yourself some wool balls, and ditch those dryer sheets. Spray bottles, super important. So I love sprays because they act as personal diffusers as well. I'm sure you've already seen that with your lavender linen spray. When you spray it on your linens, you kind of get that mist in the air where you can breathe it in. So this functions as a personal diffuser along with targeting things. I'll make a room spray to spray like pet beds and trash cans and stinky areas. I also make my own thieves hand spray because do-it-yourself is way cheaper than buying it from Young Living sometimes, and so I'll do it myself. And then you can make tons of different things with sprays, and sprays are lovely. So some people, all they use is sprays, and that's why I give you kind of a variety of tools to choose from. That way you can decide what you really like to use. I love sprays. I have them all over the place in my house, and my kids use them frequently. We have a No More Monster spray. That's just the lavender linen spray, but they think keeps our monsters away, so they spray it all over their bed sheets. I also give you this bigger spray bottle with a sample of the Thieves Household Cleaner, which is a lovely thing we'll talk about in the future because you'll be getting a sample of that. I also give you some empty jars. That way you can put your coconut oil in there, the solid state, and make some rubs and lotions and things like that. So here's some clear jars. It's important to remember, we'll go over this with safety a little bit more, but essential oils love to eat plastic. They don't like chemicals. They don't like plastic. They say, get on out of here, and they try and eat it up. Well, that doesn't bode well for the plastic because the essential oil will win, and it will eat at the plastic. And so what that does is it kind of changes the chemical structure of your essential oil, which you don't want that to happen, and you don't want to be letting your oils eat plastic because no one wants to eat plastic. And so always store everything in a glass container unless you're going to use it quickly, or kind of a hospital grade plastic, which is what your little rubs will be in this week. And you can also use stainless steel. So if you have a stainless steel jar, that's fine too. But glass, stainless steel are safe bets when you're storing essential oils with carriers. I also gave you the roller bottles. These are much bigger than your little 1 mLs. These are 10 ml rollers. Come with a stainless steel ball there. And it's just, we have a ton of these around our house. It's my favorite way to apply essential oils because I can mix everything ahead of time and just use it real easy, put the cap back on. I'm not opening up multiple oil bottles because ain't nobody got time for that. So use your rollers. And I give them in bigger forms to you later. And I also give you a way to ingest essential oils if that is up your alley. We talked about this a little bit last night, so let me show you what that looks like. So this is a vegetable capsule. I don't know if you guys can see it on there, but it's an empty capsule. You can pop it open and put some goodies in there and drink it on up. So I give you this little dropper bottle so you can mix some things up if you'd like. Take your oils, stick them in this little capsule, put the cap on, and then take it like a pill. So I'll give you some detailed instructions to do that if that's something you're interested in because it's super beneficial. I love ingesting oils. And it comes in a little handy dandy pouch. If you don't want to hold your vegetable capsules, you have this little pill holder you can stick them in. This is also a great place to store them in the fridge because the fridge will help keep them. I recommend not making more than a week's worth ahead of time because these little vegetable glycerins are very thin, and so the essential oil will start to eat through those as well. But you can store them in here about a week's worth in the refrigerator, and it will stick. I give you a funnel because we all need funnels in our life, right? And then Epsom salt. So remember I talked about oil and water don't mix. This is a great carrier within a water is Epsom salt. Some liquid coconut oil in here. And then I also give you a little bit of solid state in case you want to make a rub. These are just little samples so you can see what it's like. Droppers, because you're a chemist now. I'm just kidding. It is super easy to mix essential oils. Do not let this intimidate you, which is why I help you dive in because it is probably the simplest thing on the planet to do. And my daughter loves to mix essential oils. We use it as like a counting exercise, and she totally gets a kick out of it. So it's really fun. You can get together with your girlfriends and mix up oils. It's just a great way to blend oils together that you need. Like right now, I'm sending you guys a little present in your kits this week. And it is a boost for all you Texas people out there, because the cedar trees are just wanting to celebrate right now and spread their pollen everywhere. And essential oils work really well for that. And so what I did is I gave you a little treat in your bags to help with this pollen party. And it is a lovely, lovely blend, but it's made of several different single oils. So lemon, lavender, peppermint, and copaiba. So instead of opening up all of those separately, I pre-mix them in this handy dandy roller. That way all you have to do is open up the roller and rub it on your sinuses and on your throat and on your chest. And say bye-bye to the pollen. I'm rubbing liver blend all over me. I didn't know that was in there. Awesome, on my face. Which is great because it'll eventually get to my liver. So remember we talked about application. Get it on your body and it will get to the place it needs to go. So thin areas of skin, neck, see, I'm just putting the liver blend right on. And forearms are thin areas of skin. Behind ears, we talked about this on Wednesday, so I won't drone on that. Okay, so leave me some comment love like Donna already did. And I will enter you to win a Thieves hand sanitizer spray. Because it is really amazing. Okay, so I will be jumping on here again tomorrow night to talk a little bit about safety and to also talk about why I chose Young Living. It'll be super brief, but it is important because there's a lot of people out there that are producing essential oils right now, and you need to know the differences so you can be equipped to make a decision on what you are going to do. And I would love to tell you why I chose Young Living. So safety tomorrow night too, like I said. I will pop on here at 8 p.m. and because no one's told me that that doesn't work for them, and so let me know if you really want to watch and you can't make 8 p.m. Just shoot me a little comment on here and win some Thieves spray. And we will talk tomorrow night at 8 p.m. right here about safety and why Young Living. And thanks for being patient with me tonight as I survive the ice storm, the great ice storm of 2018. Holy, I can't even believe I'm saying that. 2018. I will pop on here tomorrow night and let you know how Ice Apocalypse is going, and hopefully I will see all of you then. Okay, bye.